Hello everybody, it is Ouija of Ouija Games here, and today I am back with another part of Minecraft. Today we will be setting forth into the night. I will eat my steak, and I will now exit my mushroom. In the last episode, we were confronted by a creature known as a skeleton. I shall now slay one. Skeletons have a chance of dropping multiple items. They have a chance of dropping an item known as a bow and arrow, a arrow, or a bone. Bones can be used to create bone meal, which can create crops or grass or flowers. Bones on themselves can be used to tame positive mobs known as wolves. More on that later. I have been attacked here by an assortment of enemies, 2 spiders and a zombie. Your best strategy is to back up slowly while swinging your sword when they get close. That gives you a safe distance from the enemies, while also maintaining a good enough distance to attack them. As you can see, I handled those enemies with ease. Now, as you can see, my hearts have depleted to a fairly low value. I did not have any cooked food, so your best option is to use the raw food of the best value, of the best amount that you have. In my case, that is my raw pork chops. I will eat one of those, and it will restore my hunger, which will gradually restore my health. Enemies also drop something known as EXP, so do hostile mobs and some ores and other things later on in the game. Experience is used for a thing called enchanting that we will get into later on the series. So, we are now going to look for one of the other peaceful mobs that we ran into earlier to help with our nighttime predicament. First, I will slay the creeper. I failed, but the best strategy to fight a creeper is to back up from it slowly, go in, back up from it slowly, go in, and keep repeating until the creature is slain. It appears I shall die in this instance, as I have been confronted with 2 of the hostile mobs, skeletons. My chances of survival here are pretty low, as skeletons can shoot you. I have lost all my items, but fret not, as they only have dropped on the ground. I shall now go back to retrieve my inventory. The only problem is that a skeleton is in the way. I have gotten my inventory back and my sword. I shall now proceed to kill the last of the sheep. Good. Now we have 3 of the item known as wool. We shall proceed back to the crafting table. And we have arrived. So now that you are at your crafting table, you shall place diagonally 1 white wool, 1 white wool, and 1 white wool. And then do the same underneath those white wools with the wood planks. You have created a white bed. White beds are useful among other color beds, as they help you sleep. Sleeping sets your spawn point in the game of Minecraft, and makes it daylight. Hostile mobs, such as skeletons and zombies, will burn under direct daylight, but are protected under shade, such as trees. Mobs, such as creepers and spiders, will be okay during the day, but they will eventually despawn. So, now that we are in day, we shall go mining. Mining is a very fun function of the game Minecraft, as it is directly in the name, mine and craft. So, we shall find a mine shaft. You might have to walk a considerable distance to find a mine shaft. Or, you could get lucky and spawn right next to one. I was not so lucky. But, I have found one. This is a block known as coal. Those familiar with the game of Minecraft know that if you break the block coal ore, you get the item coal. Coal can be useful for smelting, and can be used to create certain blocks, known as coal blocks, which are also useful for smelting. Coal can, most of the time, spawns in fairly large veins of an ore, as seen here. I think we have gained enough coal for now, so we shall venture further into the mine. Now we have encountered a new block, known as iron ore. When broke, iron ore drops the block iron ore. Collecting this will be useful for when we get back to our furnace and crafting table. So, now that we have gained a collection of 3 iron ore, we shall gain back to our crafting table. It might be a long journey, but if you stay with me, I promise I will get back there. Well, look at this. We've encountered a peaceful NPC villager known as the Traveling Trader. When clicked on, the Traveling Trader can offer you an assortment of items, useful or not useful. He will trade most of the time emeralds, a block we do not yet have in our possession. He is also taking llamas with him. Llamas can be ridden. Not these llamas though, as they are his. If hit him or the llamas, they will throw a projectile at you known as spit. Spit can harm you for at least half a heart or 1 heart. I'm not quite sure on that one. So now that we're going back to our crafting table, you may have noticed 2 more peaceful mobs in the distance. These are known as horses. Horses can be ridden with items gained later in the game. And they can also drop, much like cows, the item leather. Leather can be used to craft an assortment of things, such as iron or books. Now that we are back to the crafting table, we will put our coal into the furnace and our iron ore. The iron ore will smelt, but it will take time. I recommend you do some kind of activity in the meantime, such as discovering new mobs, such as the squid. When hit, the squid will burst a jet of ink, and when killed, will drop an item known as an ink sac. Ink sacs can be crafted into black dye. Black dye can be used to dye an assortment of other items. Thankfully, our iron is done smelting, so we no longer need to find any new activities. We have collected 3 iron, so our first objective with the 3 iron is to put it diagonally and then put the sticks on top of each other, much like the recipe for the stone and wooden pickaxe. That will create a iron pickaxe. An iron pickaxe is better than an iron and wooden pickaxe, as it can mine more items, such as diamonds. Now that we have coal and nothing else in the furnace, I recommend you stock up on food by killing local cows in your area. Now that you've gained some cooked beef, once that starts smelting, I shall do one thing before before the next video. That is, eating food. I've eaten food. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.